This is Osei Kufuor with the Metaphysics Society Association, and I'm back at you again today. Black Power. Today I'm going to address the issue of health. And a lot of our people suffer from health issues, from eating all of the so-called foods that we claim that is foods inside of their supermarkets. So first and foremost, I would like to address that, most of the foods that we put into our body is not food at all. 90% of foods that is in your supermarkets are genetically modified organisms, or GMO. And a genetically modified organism is a living thing. And we learned this in general science at school, that organisms are living things. So when you are taking organisms that have been genetically modified, meaning that it has been declined from its nutrients and then cloned from other cells of animals and other things, then what you are doing is you are putting into your body something that is totally against your DNA. It is not conducive to your electrons. So when these organisms is going down into your body, the cells are being attacked. And when these cells are being attacked, because you have to understand that we have carbon-based cells. Europeans have sulfur-based cells. And this is why they have to put sunblock on, because the sulfur that is in their nitrogen particles attacks the cell, the outside coating of the cell once the sun hits it. And what it does is it transforms into cancer cells. Where we as black people have carbon-based cells, or melanin, which transfers that light wave frequency or energy from the sun into vitamins and nutrients. See, we allow European institutions to teach us that our nutrients and vitamins come from foods, when that's a goddamn lie. There is no food or any other thing that consists of vitamins and nutrients. We have molecules within the melanocytes of the melanin that could be initiated, which contains protein by way of the natural foods that come from the earth. So if you take anything an alkaline with a pH of 6.5 or above, and when this comes to contact with these carbon-based cells, it opens up the proteins which spreads throughout the body. So no, you don't have to eat food, brothers and sisters, to get your proteins. This is why the sun gives you vitamin D. This is why certain light wave frequencies in the universe gives you your nutrients. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, white people have to take these foods to obtain their vitamin D, because they have weak bones. Their bones lack minerals. And when your bones lack minerals, you have to understand that it's saying that the sulfur that's contained inside of the structure of the bones makes their bones more softer. And it also makes their attention span within their neurological sense more dormant. This is why they have to dissect in science, because they can't look at something and understand it. This is because they're not spiritual people. They have to dissect. This is why when you go to school, they teach you how to dissect frogs. Whereas at one point in time, when there wasn't all of these negative electromagnetic waves from the universe or the satellites that they set up, that was interfering with our brain waves and frequencies, we can look at some, analyze it, and then we can solve the problem or have a solution for it right then and there. But since now we are taking in the oppressor's foods, we are violating the laws of nature. Just like they have a lot of estrogen hormones inside of fast foods. Estrogen is a hormone of a female. So when you are taking in these fast foods, you have to understand that the same organisms in these fast foods are altering your DNA. And this is why a lot of black boys today are feminine or homosexual. I know none of y'all will be able to, grasp this, but it's the truth. It's science. And we as black people don't have labs in order to break these formulas down, to find the scientific facts of what I'm saying to you, but I have my ways. And this is why I'm sharing with you today. But what I'm sharing to you, I'm not coming to you to tell you to believe nothing that I'm saying. I say it to you because I want you to go and research. Research, research, research. Because these Europeans are doing a hell of a job while they got us out here buying Michael Air Jordan shoes, rims, trucks, and things that's not important to our lifestyle. While they're doing something else. Do you know that there are laboratories in Gankona, Alaska today, where white people are in these laboratories being pumped full of melanin that we produce out of our pineal glands because they cannot come out into the environment. They can come out, but it's a certain time of the year that they can come out. And not only that, but they're cloning these white people. Because the uterine wall of the white woman is now becoming recessive, is not holding the egg. And as black men, we have in our sperm cells something that actually strengthens the uterine wall of the white woman. And this is why a lot of interracial coupling is going on. I'm going to break it down a little more for you. The so-called ADHD medication that they are giving our black boys today, it inferiorizes the sperm cells. And it gets it to a point where once it touches the uterine wall of the white woman, it strengthens that wall to be able to hold the egg. And this is why you see a lot of interracial coupling going on in America today. Extinction is on the rise among the inferior and the hybridized beings, which is the Europeans. They know this. But they keep us occupied in foolishness while they got us in the laboratory all along doing things that they know that we can't see due to the stupidity of the things that we watch on TV, the clubs that we go to, we jumping up and down in church. And then you got, they sending in members of the Ku Klux Klan into churches to shoot down our people while you praying to the God who you say is omnipotent and your protector. But yet you praying, and then this white cracker walk in and shoot you down in cold blood, execution style. And by the way, the cracker had been there a week prior to that night, claiming that he was in town to visit family members, but he is the family member of someone who works in the government, who has been in membership a long time with the Ku Klux Klan. So black people, we need to wake up. It's time for us to stop doing, going into church and looking up to the sky. Because while you're looking up, they planning and they plotting against you. So, it's time for us as black people, as melanated beings, to come back into our rightful self, because the universe is having an out-of-body experience as we speak. The paradigm shift is causing the magnetic waves of the universe, or the force field, which is the brain of the sun. This is why, it's not, we call it vitamin D because this is what we can communicate today. But it's not vitamin D. It's a form of communication that the sun has given us. And when the sun gives it to us and our frequencies accept it on a positive note, it alters something so dominantly in us, so that we can go ahead and have a paradigm shift, as above, so below. If the universe is having a paradigm shift, then we are having a paradigm shift. And these crackers know this. So it's time for us to wake up. So I love y'all. This is Osei Kufuor with the Metaphysics Society Association. Black Power. Until next time. Take care.